Is officially 2020, and because it is now the new year and a new decade, I thought I would do a decade video of some of my favorite reads. So I have my top 10 here. I was in my library that is being converted into a library. Not really, but like I'm gonna have like a million bookshelves. This is my library. And I was like disappointed when I was trying to grab 10. Like I didn't think about doing this video until today, and I'm like, until like 20 minutes ago. It's like impulsive. And I'm trying to gather my favorites, and I'm like, shit, all my favorites are before 2010s. So these aren't my actual favorites. It's just like what I've scrounged together. That was, I believe these are all 10 years. I was trying to like flip through and see when like they were published. All my favorites, man. All my real, like, favorites are before 2010. Damn it. Now, I was able to get some of my pretty, like, highly loved ones, but, like, later on in the series. So, okay. So, without further ado, number 10, Alison Zombieland. So, this was, I think, published, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's in the 2010 mark. Guys, okay, so I just discovered this series last year. My coworker actually recommended them to me, and I read the first book in like one sitting. I read it in like I stayed up way too late binging this, and it was perfect. Cole is like, oh, guys, I love him. Seriously, he is freaking swoon-worthy. I love him. This is so cool. Like, I thought at first it was like going to be an Alice in Wonderland retelling, but it's not at all. The only thing she has in common with like Alice in Wonderland is the name and the title of the book, basically. That's it. However, this is cool as shit. So this is the only monsters that are real are like zombies, and it's like just people are coming back from the dead, and they hunt them basically, and it's really good. And Alice is special. She has some powers, and like it's just really amazing. It's been like a hot second since I've read it, so I don't remember it all. But I do love this series, and Cole and Alice are amazing. I binged the shit out of this so fast. I think I read book 2 and 3 within like 2 back to back. I think I read this, and then I bought them, and then like 2 days later I read 2 and 3 back to back. I don't do spin-offs. Even though I did read the spin-off for this one, the one that was in Frosty's, I think his name was Frosty's point of view, and I liked it. However, I feel very loyal to my main characters. So spoiler alert real quick, if you want to know, skip ahead a little bit. When he got with somebody else, I was pretty upset because I was like, no, you belong with Kat. This one in book 2, I would have put this higher on the list, but in book 2, Cole does something that like breaks my freaking heart. Like when he gets with Veronica. Oh man, that really pissed me off, and I had to put them last on the decade one. If it wasn't for that, this would be way higher. This might even be like one of my favorite series of all time if he didn't do what he did in book 2. And that's literally my only complaint. Like, they really pissed me off because I hate cheaters. I hate cheating, and technically, yeah, he didn't cheat. But, like, he had called her, or he told her, like, no, you can't come in. Like, you can't come into fighting today, or whatever, I'm busy. And then when she got there, he's just with his ex-girlfriend, like, flirting with her. And then, he breaks up with her, which I get why he broke up with her because of the vision. However, like, you can't just, like, take her for her word, and then you go and you hook up with Veronica. I don't know. That really pissed me off, but I still adore the shit out of these series. Book 2 just drives me crazy. The host, oh guys, I love the host. Ian is perfect. I love this so much. Okay, so if you guys didn't know, this is by Stephanie Meyer. And I love Stephanie Meyer. I wanted to put Twilight on here, but I was like, damn it, all those are before. And I was trying to think, I was thinking like Breaking Dawn was 2010, but no, that was the movie that came out in 2010. And I don't think any of them were published before. So I couldn't put those on there. I was like, damn it. But Twilight is one of my favorites of all time. Gotta put the throwback, but I can't put that in there. But anyway, The Host. This is one of my favorite novels of all time. If I was to put this on my top 10 all-time list, this would probably put on here. Like, a lot of people bash the movie, but the book is way better than the movie. Even though I did like the movie as well. However, this book is great, guys. It's like, I don't even know how to explain it. I've read it like 3 times. So, their world has been invaded by, it's kind of like, what do they call them? What is the word for them? Hosts. Duh, that's the name of the book. But it's like kind of like aliens, but they've been like, they go to each like planet and that's what they do. And like they're trying to wipe off the human race and just, you know, take over it. But it's really good. There's like just a few band of survivors, and I love those kind of stories. And like they have this hidden little place, and it's really great. And the love story between, oh, there's a triangle because Melanie and Wander. Okay, so Melanie at the very beginning of the novel, she gets captured, and Wander is put in her body. But Melanie is so strong that her memories are fighting through, and so Wander finds herself in the desert trying to find Melanie's family, and her uncle gets to see her and takes a chance, brings her back, blindfolds her, brings her back, even though they see that what she is. And at first, everyone hates Wander. Everyone hates her because, you know, rightly so. They're like, you stole Melanie's body, and but little by little, everyone starts to fall in love with her. And Wander is completely and utterly, she doesn't know what to do. She's so confused because Melanie's body loves Jared, and Wander loves Ian. So it's this tricky, oh, and then Melanie's still fighting in there, so she wants to be with Ian, and Melanie's like, no. But this love story, I live for it. I love it so much. This novel, to me, is beautiful. It's perfect. And just oh God, I love it. And you guys should read it if you haven't. It's a pretty big novel, but I love it. It's one of my favorites to this day. So next up, we got Beautiful Disaster. Oh, Travis, how I love thee. If you guys have any recommendations that are like this, please give me this. And a lot of people say it's toxic, they're a toxic relationship, blah, blah, blah. It's a book, whatever. I'm going to ship with who I want to. So, one of my favorite things to read about is a jealous boyfriend. The kind of like, my favorite, I don't care if it's cliche, whatever. One of my favorite kind of romances is the bad boy player, who finds that one girl and like the really, really intense jealousy. I love reading about that. Not that I think like that's okay in real life. I just really like reading about it. And we get that here, and I love it. Oh, we also get that in. So I love that so much. Definitely check this out. She also has The Walking Disaster, which is this book in Travis's point of view. However, I did not like that as much. I mean, it was still a good read. And then she has like a third book that takes place in another 2 days with her story. But those two I probably won't read again. However, this one I love. Oh, this one is amazing. I love this one. Okay, so Dean Holder, I love you. This is great. So this takes place, forget I said that name. So Sky, because that's a little bit of a spoiler, but you won't know what I'm talking about. That's okay. Sky is a senior and she meets Dean Holder. And this book got some negative reviews, but I don't know what the hell they're talking about. I adored this. People are saying that it was like toxic or something, but I don't understand it. I read a review. Have you guys ever read a review and you're like, what are you batshit crazy? I read a review on this and somebody had said that somebody said, oh, this is a toxic relationship. When she first met him, they stormed up and he made her show him her ID. And then when she's just running, he forces or at some point they didn't even mention running. They're like, at some point he forces her to drink something. And I'm like, whoa. When I read that, I was like, whoa. Because I had just bought it, and then I read the reviews before I bought the book, and I was like, whoa, what? And then I read the book, and I was like, is that person crazy? Okay, first off, she offers the ID because he thought she was someone else. And she's like, no, look, it's really not who you think I am, see? And then, when he forced her to drink an unknown beverage, girl was running, and she ran too far, and then she stops, and it just happens to be in front of his house, and she's about to pass the hell out. She is out of water. She's about to pass the hell out. So he brings her water. What would you have him do? Would you have him let her die from dehydration or pass out? And then she does pass out. Whatever. I don't get it. Anyway, I do love this novel. Dean is going through some stuff. He lost somebody. He lost his sister, and it's really, really, really heartbreaking. But this is really I don't know how to describe this book without getting into some major spoilers. However, I love this novel. She actually has this novel in Dean's perspective. However, I didn't like it as much, just like the other ones. So, but I love this novel. This I just read maybe last year, and it's amazing. I love it. I like it so much. Okay, now, hush hush. I was obsessed with this series. I'm pretty sure this was, I don't know. I think I was looking and it said 2010. But then I'm like, how can this be 2010? Because I read this in high school and I graduated in 2010. Whatever. Let's go with the fourth one, Finale, by Becca Fitzpatrick, because I know that one was published way 2010. So if this one's not, let's go with the fourth one in the series. I love the whole series. It's amazing. It's like Patch is a fallen angel and he can't feel anything. Again, I don't know how to describe this novel without giving away spoilers. Plus, it's been a good 6-7 years since I read this. But I love it. Okay, so in the first book, they first meet when they become lab partners. And, let me see. Well, this doesn't really describe it well, but I really do love this series. It is one of my favorites. However, like, the one thing that drives me crazy is the fourth book. It's probably my least favorite for sure. I love all three of these. It's my least favorite. This is my one thing. There was never any sex scenes, 1 through 3. And it's not like a book has to have it or whatever. However, girl be teasing it. And the whole thing was like he couldn't feel. And so in the fourth book, when he can finally feel, we thought we were going to get this great epic love scene, but we really didn't. It was just like, oh, and I felt everything. And I'm just like, damn it. But I still love that series. The fourth book was just kind of a letdown. Mockingjay! Again, my favorite one is the first one, and then it goes the second one, and then it goes the third one. So this wouldn't be on the top 10 decade list, but The Hunger Games, the first book, was published before 2010. So I wanted The Hunger Games to be on here. So in its place is Mockingjay, because the Hunger Games series is so great. I love it so much. Now, I love it so much, and I don't think I have to describe that one because I'm pretty sure everyone knows about the Hunger Games. Yes? Yeah. So, that's on there. Fallout by Ellen Hopkins. I chose this one. I love Ellen Hopkins. I perhaps have pretty much every novel that she has ever written. I love it. This is the reason I chose this one specifically is because it was published after 2010 or after. I wanted to use other ones, but they were published before, and I was like, damn it, guys. Every single book I wanted to put on here was published before 2010. I should have done a decade video in 2010. Then I would have had a list like crazy. So then we got Destined, the House of Night series. And the only reason I chose the 9th book is because it was published in 2010. That's the only reason why I chose the 9th book. Now, there is like a bajillion in this series. And I stopped after book, well, this one. Not because it was bad, because, like, that's a lot of books. Guys, that's a lot of freaking books. And my limit is usually at, like, 5, okay? It's too many books. And at this point, they were really new. So I'm not going to continuously pay $20 a book. No. However, I love this series, though. Eventually, when I get time, I want to finish them. Because she did stop at 12. And I was like, damn it. I was so close. I finished 9. Had like 3 more books. Had I known that I was this close to the finish line, I would have, you know, continued. But at that point, I'm like, I have no idea how much longer this woman is going to go. And I can't do it. I can't do it, guys. Next one. Passion. The Fallen series. I know, this book is, oh, I can't believe this happened to my hardback. I was moving, and I had a bunch of books in the trunk of my car, and, like, I forgot about them being in my trunk car, and so my Fallen series got, like, ruined. I'm sure. I'm gonna get a new one. I love the Fallen series. The only reason I didn't choose Fallen is because that was published before 2010. However, Passion is my favorite in the series, so this fits. This is a pretty common one. I don't know if I really have to explain it. But it's really amazing. They actually had a movie that came out. I don't think it came out to theaters, but it was like straight to video, and it was really good. It was really good. I enjoyed it. I wish they would make more of the movies somehow, but I doubt they will. However, I love this book, guys. I love this one. It's my favorite because they're like jumping in. Okay, so they have like a love story of a lifetime. Basically, they keep being reincarnated. It's like reincarnation. I don't know if I said that right, but every time they get together, she dies, and like then they find each other in the next life. So in this book, she gets to revisit like a lot of her old past lives, and this was my favorite. I absolutely loved this one. I love the entire series. But okay, so I'm gonna wrap this up because this is a long video. Are you guys ready for my number 1? If anybody knows me even a little bit, they already know what this is gonna be. City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare. Oh, guys. So, I don't know if City of Heavenly Fire is my favorite. This was after 2010. So, that's why I picked this one. Guys. But I love the entire Mortal Instrument series. The only thing that drives me crazy is that she has, like, a crazy spin-off series where she's got, like, way more series where all the originals are barely sprinkled in. So I'm sorry. Everyone has been trying to get me to read it, and I don't want to. I'm sure it's very well written. I'm sure it's very good. If it doesn't have my Clace, I'm sorry. I don't give a shit if it doesn't have Clace. I'm sorry. I live for Clace. Clace, to this day, is my favorite couple ever. I was obsessed with Shadowhunters. I loved it because of my Clace. And I loved the show, even though it was, like, very different from the books. And at first, I was like, oh, it's too different. This is cringy. But then, like, I got over it. I was like, whatever. Shows are never like books, ever. so I got really into it, and then the ending of the show made me wish I never watched the show. Yeah, at first, Cassandra Clare, when she was bashing the show, like, I didn't get it. I mean, like, obviously you're gonna bash something if, they're taking your babies and you feel like messing it up, but at that point I really loved the show and I didn't want it to get canceled, so I didn't want to bash it, because I love both of them, but I love them separately. However, the ending of the show was a complete disrespect, and I will never watch the show again. The writer of the show can kiss my ass, sorry. Anyway, Cassandra Clare, you have written my favorite book series of the entire world, like in the entire universe of books. This is my favorite series. Jace and Clary are my favorite characters of all time. I love them. These books got me through high school, guys. Like, I was a messed up kid, man. Not like, you know, anything like that, but I have severe depression, severe anxiety. I've only now felt more confident to start doing videos, and my friends on Twitter helped me with that. But yeah, so as a kid that never felt like she fit in, you have to find something to help you get through. And for me, what always helped is like latching on to something separate from your real life, something you can just get into. Because if it's separate from your real life, it can't let you down, really. And this is what this series was for me. I love them so much. And City of Heavenly Fire ended so well, so I don't want to read the spinoffs. However, I do want my Clay spoilers, because she sprinkles Clary and Jason just a smidge. And I'm low-key stressed out that she's going to kill one of them. But I don't know. Perhaps after everything is published and completely done, I will get spoilers. And if I am happy with said spoilers, perhaps then I might read them. No, probably not. No, probably not. I literally just want, if somebody who has read all that crap, well, it's not crap. Watch my mouth. It's not crap. I don't care to read it, because like I said, I'm loyal to my characters. That's just the me thing. However, if somebody has read those, if you want to send me the screenshots of just every page that Clary and Jace are on, that would be fantastic. Like all 7 pages of them, please. I just want full spoilers. I already know that, okay, spoilers. Okay, I already know, like, Clary and Jace got engaged. Finally! Somebody was kind enough to send me the screenshots of those pages. I'm like, oh, bless you. But yeah, so that was great. I'm glad that, so that alone makes the spinoff worth it if we get, like, a Clay's wedding. And I'm like, they already had a Malik wedding in the spinoff, so it's like, why is Clay's taking so long? Like, Izzy and Simon were already engaged. And and like, why are you not giving Clay's the happy ending? Why? I guess since they're the main couple, they have to be last. I don't know, but regardless, it's my favorite series. Jace, Waylon, Herondale, Lightwood is my favorite male character of all time. Sarcastic Asshole is my favorite, and that's why I love him. That's why I love Noah Shaw. That's why I love Daniel. Like, Sarcastic Asshole is my absolute favorite. And he's just, it's like the sarcastic asshole, but he still has like a heart of gold, you know? I love it. It's amazing. And, yeah, that was my 10 best books of the decade. I wanted to put others on here so bad, but of course they were before 2010, so you can't know my true favorites. But, well, you know my first one. Alright, guys, I hope you liked it. Let me know your top 10 of the decade, because I'm sure I left off some because I did the spur of the moment. I'm sure tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and be like, damn it. But, yeah, so let me know, guys. Hope you enjoyed this.